We're talking with Mr. Timothy Conway. Did your mother call you Timothy as a kid?
Well, my real name is Betty, which we had some problems with when we came out here. But no, I guess my real given name is Thomas.
Thomas?
It's really Thomas. But my mother's Romanian. And
she never quite got the hang of it.
She couldn't say it.
I see, Thomas.
Yeah, no.
Only Tim Conway could turn a simple question like, "What's your real name?" into a laugh riot on Johnny Carson's couch. He calmly said his real name was Betty, then somehow turned it into a story about changing his name because he kept getting Tom Conway's bills. That was the magic of The Tonight Show back then. Carson asked one question. Conway answered just slightly offbeat, and the whole studio broke wide open. Before we look back at Tim Conway's funniest jokes on The Tonight Show, don't forget to like and subscribe to relive the golden age of American television. 1. The first time Carson met the Conway storm.
The regular fellow who comes to run the picture is gone to the projection booth. So we sit there, and about 10 minutes later, it was Tim Conway who would come, and
right.
Tim simply said, and Gene didn't recognize him,
Right.
Tim says, "I'm here for the picture." And Gene took Tim, led him into the projection room. And so Conway, with his mind, sat in there for about 10 minutes and finally walked out while we're having dinner and says, "I got the first roll of film on, the picture will be ready in about 10 minutes, and walked out of the dining room.
Tim Conway did not even need to walk onto the stage yet. He had already turned a simple misunderstanding inside Carson's home into a complete comedy scene. Silent, stubborn, and then calmly announcing that the first reel of film was ready.
We have an anniversary show coming up. We're starting our 16th year.
Mm-hmm.
You have never been on this show.
That's true.
And I know we have asked you before.
Well, you know, I didn't know you did this. You know, no, that's true. Now, we've known each other, what, 4 or 5 years, and you have never said what you do, you know, so I just figured, you know, and I never asked you, so I figured whenever I came over the house, you just wanted people in the business coming over there eating.
Conway sat right across from Johnny Carson and pretended he had no idea Carson even hosted a television show. It was a small joke, but it told the whole room everything they needed to know. This man was dangerous because he was so perfectly deadpan.
I think it's a great organization, and I'm very excited about winning that award, and my salary hasn't even doubled yet.
Nothing happened?
Nothing has happened.
I saw Korman. Korman got up.
He tried to start
and tried to get a standing ovation going.
Yeah, it didn't go too well, did it? No, he was the only one. Yeah.
Harvey stood up, and you looked out, and nobody. There was Korman, and finally Harvey sits down. And
Yeah, he's embarrassing. Just before I went on, the director, Bill Carruthers, who I thought did a sensational job at the Emmys, he said, "We are really running long," he said.
Conway talked about winning an Emmy, but the funniest part of the story was Harvey Korman trying to start a standing ovation. In the end, Harvey was the only one standing.
I just happened to have that telegram with me, and so I thought I'd kind of read it, because I thought it was important to me.
Wasn't that from Angie's Pitch and Putt?
Angie's Pitch and Putt, yeah, Tarzana Pitch and Putt, yeah. Yeah. And I also I have a friend, Ernie Anderson, that I've known for about 16 or 17 years from Cleveland, and that was his telephone number I gave, yeah. Because he said, "Mention me if you win," so I thought that would be the best way.
That was the real number?
Yeah, real number. Yeah, he's still getting calls. Incidentally, if you didn't get that number, it is you want to give Ernie a call and...
Is that where you're from originally?
I'm from Chagrin Falls, yeah.
Chagrin Falls?
Yeah.
Conway gave out his friend's real phone number on television simply because the man wanted to be mentioned. Back then, one sentence on The Tonight Show could make somebody's phone ring all night.
Yeah, it's a nice town because everybody really cared about you. You know, it was a very small town.
When you say small, I come from
yeah.
small Midwestern towns.
Yeah.
1,200, 2,000, 6,000.
This was, at the time I was there, I think it was less than 1,100.
Yeah.
You know the old gag about they had a parade and everybody was in it, but I went back one year for a parade, and it was a cherry blossom thing, and really everybody was in the parade, and it just went down the street, you know, waving at sidewalks.
And there's nobody there.
Yeah, everybody was in back, yeah. They were kind of excited that year, yeah.
Tim described Chagrin Falls like a gentle Midwestern memory, a parade where everyone was marching, so there was nobody left on the sidewalk to watch.
Whenever I appeared in front of people, and as a matter of fact, on the first time I did the Gary Moore show. What was the other guy's name that was with Gary?
Durwood Kirby?
Durwood Kirby. I actually, before going on, did something on Durwood that he's never forgotten. Because I would get very nervous before a show, and then when they would mention my name, it started in football. They would say, number 21, here he is, right guard, whatever, Tom Conway, and I would actually get sick. I'd just go over to the fence and get ill. So then they stopped giving my name because they thought that was the problem.
Number 48,
yeah.
I want the number.
And it got so I would even do it on the number. So
there are, I know people
I
like
had
that.
actually forgotten about, excuse me, but I had forgotten it. But I really was not going to get into the business because of that. That's
interesting. I know a lot of people who are performers now who found it excruciating to appear in front of people. Did you get the feeling that all the attention was on you? When it really isn't. You know that about being self-conscious. People aren't really concerned about themselves. But people who are self-conscious think that all the attention...
I guess I am then. Yeah, that must be it. Because and I...
How did you overcome that?
Well, I told this to a guy, and he said, why don't you go to a doctor, and he'll straighten it out for you. And the doctor said, he talked to my wife, and he said, what you should do is occupy his mind before he goes on. So I went to one show, and I noticed that she was talking a lot and kept saying, but she was telling me about a lot of bills that we'd run up. And I actually got sick about the bills that we were running up. And
did a thing on your wife?
I don't know, it just kind of went away. And it went away once, and then I never had it again. But up until that time, it just would happen every time.
So all you kids watching who get sick before an audience, you realize you can turn out like this.
Right.
Behind that calm, innocent face was a man who once got so nervous in front of people that he became physically ill. But Conway told it as if it were nothing, turning real anxiety into a soft human laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a...
Well, I don't talk to her that much, Well, I know
you
I didn't talk to you about the
occasionally.
show, so yeah. And she travels around the world, as a matter of fact, playing bridge. Yeah, which is real nice for me. So it's a lonely town when they're out of town. Well, you know.
I know, and loneliness.
Yeah, but fortunately a lot of people ask me over for dinners and things like that. Sure. Kind of occupies my mind.
But you have a large family. 6.
Is it that many?
6.
Yeah, I guess it's 6. I don't...
6.
Well, they're not brought to me till they're 10, so...
Cuts out those bad years.
Yeah, so I've only seen 3 of them. But there are other littler ones running around the house. I noticed that.
6 of them.
Yeah.
That's a big family.
Yeah. Well, I can't sing or dance, and obviously with 6 kids I have no sense of rhythm, but... No, I love I am the best father in the valley.
I hear that.
Yeah, I really am. I
fine.
live for my kids, I really do. I didn't care too much for the early years. I mean, but I got right in there, boy. I went through the diaper thing in the toilet there and everything. And,
and putting them in the can?
Yeah. I was real close with a Roto-Rooter man for about,
Conway's family jokes were never loud, but they were sharp. 6 children, a father who admitted he could not sing, could not dance, and clearly had no sense of rhythm.
He put 3 of my kids through school.
Just You've done some great sketches on Carol's show over the years. The dentist sketch, there are a million sketches you do. What's your favorite?
I think Strange and Amazing, the dentist sketch. That kind of all came out of spontaneity, really, because I knew I was going to do that with a hypodermic needle in my hand. But when that got rolling, then I went for the head and the leg and everything else, and just stayed out there because I saw Harvey was in pain too, and I loved him to be in pain. And so we just went with it, and I think it was one of those nights when people were laughing.
You're brilliant when you're working. You really are.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that myself. I think I am.
When Conway talked about the legendary dentist sketch, he admitted he stretched the joke because he could see Harvey suffering. That was Tim Conway's comedy, slow, calm, and lovingly cruel.
You're going to stay with us, aren't you? You're just not going to sit here and run.
Every 15 years I like to kind of rest.
That's right. Well, we'll do this and we'll come right back.
2. Conway and the confession about money.
No.
You do one thing one day. This is more fun.
Frank, I reckon.
I've said this before. It is more fun to be backstage during the change.
Yeah.
Did you ever try to tie your tie and button your shirt while you have one leg up? Somebody's trying to put a pair of pants on.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember there was once in Florida, but that was a different thing.
Yes.
Carson was talking about the chaos of live costume changes backstage, and Tim Conway quietly dropped a line that sent the whole conversation in another direction. One leg up, someone pulling on his pants, his hands still trying to fix his tie. And Conway turned it into something that once happened in Florida.
It does get hysterical back there.
I was playing Vegas one time, and I was supposed to come out in a different outfit and had 30 seconds to do it in, and there were 2 girls who were changing me, which was great. And they did the whole thing, and I came out, I didn't have the shirt on. Just the tie and the whole thing, and they forgot the shirt. You go, hi! Oh, all right. I couldn't get that on.
Nothing you can do about it at all.
No, because you're...
Conway told a story about rushing on stage after a 30-second costume change. Everything was ready, except the shirt. Just a tie, a jacket, and a man forced to keep performing because show business does not wait.
It is.
To get paid for the thing you love to do, as they say.
To go out and entertain an audience, to bear yourself in front of an audience, just to get a couple of laughs and make other people smile when you're so miserable.
And take home a few thou a week, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the important thing.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, that's the main thing. A lot of people don't think we're in it for the money, but I am.
I've often heard that.
Yeah.
You got it just for the
a lot
money.
of people think I want to get to the top. That's not necessarily so. No, paycheck's the big thing to me. I don't particularly care about ratings or anything if the paycheck clears.
Tim started as if he were about to say something beautiful about art, making people laugh while feeling miserable inside. Then he turned ice cold. The most important thing was whether the paycheck cleared.
Of course.
Oh. Was that a put on, you silly? Yeah. They thought of a thing that, especially I think it kind of applies to my show, that there should be a comedy patrol. That instead of getting a rating, that after you do a show, the comedy patrol comes by, and if your show is bad, they actually come to your house and shoot you. Wouldn't that prevent a lot of bad shows? Really, because you'd think twice before you actually put a show on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Vigilante kind of.
Yeah, a guy comes and says, I saw your show.
You have to get out of show business, can no longer perform.
Right.
Lots of it. There wouldn't be much left on television.
No, that's true. Well, if you only got shot in the foot, it wasn't that bad. You know what I mean?
Conway imagined a comedy patrol that would visit people who made bad television shows. It was ridiculous, but strangely accurate. If television were punished for being dull, there might not be much left on the screen.
And you said, okay, you go down this stairway if it hits here and up there. And then one hit about a year later, and they all remembered it was 6:45 in the morning, so we all ran outside in our underwear, and there we were on the front lawn, 8 of us in our underwear. Now, the people going by in a car don't know there was an earthquake.
That's right.
A lot of that, you know. Weird.
Tour bus going by the Conway home going,
How you doing? Fine. We always come out here in our underwear about 6:45.
You know, I keep saying every time there's an earthquake.
An earthquake hit, and the whole family rushed out onto the front lawn in their underwear. People driving by had no idea what happened. They just saw 8 people standing there, as if this were a normal California morning.
He doesn't seem to be able to break you up very often, but you look at him, you eyeball him.
Yeah.
And Harvey, the mouth starts to go, the eyes dance, the jaw trembles, the shoulders start to go.
Yeah,
and all you have to
love
do is just give him one. You must torture him.
It kind of started. We were in his dressing room one time. I was doing the show, and he was dressed in a chicken outfit and had on the big feet. He had red stockings on, pantyhose, and he had a chicken body and chicken wings and this huge chicken head. In order to talk to me, he had to lift up the beak. And, you know, listen, and I was dressed as an Avon lady, and just sitting there in a dress with pantyhose and stockings and earrings and everything. And he was telling me a serious problem which he was involved in at home. And he's going, you know, I don't know. And he's walking up and down with these chicken feet going, I feel, you know, and boy, my life, and I can see it. And I'm going, well, you know, I feel, basically. And I suddenly realized that a chicken talking to an Avon lady. You know? This isn't right. And I said, you know, Harv, I'm really interested in this, but could we wait until later when you're not a chicken and I'm not an Avon lady? You know?
Tim described Harvey Korman trying to have a serious conversation while dressed as a chicken, while Tim was dressed as an Avon lady. That image alone explains why Harvey never stood a chance against Conway.
I sold him as talent and me as a director, and he had never been talent and I had never directed.
That's weird.
So he had a kind of a talk show on a movie thing, and I never knew what they call back time, so that when the program ended, you actually had the whole movie in that hour and a half. And the program would always go off, and we would never have the end of the movie. And it wasn't until we showed Citizen Kane that people began to get disturbed, because they wanted to see Rosebud at the end and all that. I guess was very important to them. And that's the first time I realized that they were really interested in the endings of movies. So we would show the endings of the movies on Friday. Just the endings of what we had missed.
Just to carry it over.
Yeah, that lasted about a week, and then they decided that it would be better if I wasn't a director.
Is that when you got into talent there?
Well, the show was so bad that we couldn't get anybody to come on as a guest, so I would be the guest, too. And
Before he became a star, Conway once worked as a local television director and cut movies so badly that viewers never got to see the endings. With Citizen Kane, that was not just a technical mistake. It was a tiny cultural disaster.
So you're there for days, you know. But anyway, two of my boys are now on, second and first. So they were short, so they let Jamie bat that day. Now, he's only about 5 at the time. So, bang, he hits the ball and it rolls to the pitcher. Now, instead of the pitcher throwing to first to get him out, he decides to throw it to third to get Timmy out. Now, Timmy started sliding about where the shortstop was standing. So,
long slide.
Slid, got up, slid again, slid. He had the slide down, but it was a little early. You know what I mean? So by the time he got to third, I thought, this is great. My 3 boys are going to be on base. So the guy all he had to do was touch the base. He would have been out. But he saw this kid kept sliding. So I figured, well, I'll tag him when he comes over here. So he tagged him. He was out by 20 yards. And so Timmy, as he was walking, he stood on the base, and I said, safe. Well, you never saw so many people come out of the stands and all your life. So, wait a minute, hold on, whoa, yeah, they were going to kill me, you know. What do you mean, safe, you know? And I said, hey, the score is 108-5. What do we care, you know? 3 boys are on base.
The parents are the one who take it serious.
Oh, yeah.
When 3 of his sons were on the field, Conway was no longer an umpire. He was a father. The boy was clearly out, but Tim still called him safe.
No, I don't dance at all.
And the whole
I have no
crowd
sense
was
of
ready
rhythm.
to
That's
come
why I have
after
6
him.
kids. But I want to tell you.
But seriously, folks. Hey, look, rhythm is our business. It's show business, folks. We're going to be right back. Richie Pryor's here, Kelly Garrett, and Dr. Lennon Smith. So stay where you are.
3. The fake preacher who stole the show.
My first guest tonight was not announced. Is a fascinating preacher, and this is his first appearance with us. And I'm sure he has some special thoughts to share. Would you welcome the Reverend Raleigh D. Tucker? Reverend.
I would like to talk to you tonight about drinking. I would like to talk about the evil brew, oftentimes referred to as booze.
Tim Conway walked out as a solemn preacher, speaking about the evil brew in such a serious voice that, for a moment, the audience might have thought it was a real sermon.
I would like to talk about the effects of this evil brew, for it can make you wonder who you are, where you are, and what you are. Amen. It can boggle your mind. It can make you slip and slide and falling down drunk. Now I want to tell you, my dear friends, when it comes to liquor, as for me, I love it.
After a long, moral-sounding warning against liquor, Conway dropped the turn with perfect calm. As for him, he loved it. The whole joke lived in that over-serious build-up before everything collapsed. Conway turned every health warning into one careless little motto.
If you haven't tried it, I advise you to stop at your local tavern and pick yourself up a jug. Nowadays, all you hear is, if you eat this, it'll kill you. If you drink this, it'll kill you. If you smoke this, it'll kill you. Well, I say, dear friends, pour yourself a tall glass of that mellow mountain liquor, and you'll soon see it don't matter. I tell you, you pour me a glass, and I'll show you a man who can take one of the dullest mornings and turn it into a Yahoo afternoon. When the end of the day comes, work is through and it's time to go home to the wife, do you often say to yourself, I can't face that pig again?
It don't matter. In his hands, a drink was not just a drink. It was a way to turn a dull morning into a wild afternoon.
Do you say if I have to look at that ugly puss one more time, I'm gonna toss my cookies? I'll tell you, my dear friend, you stop in at your local tavern, tell your friendly bartender, Jimmy, Joey, Terry, or Tommy, to pour you a large glass of that magic number, and I'll guarantee you, you'll go home to the prettiest little woman in the valley.
This was old school Tonight Show marriage humor, exaggerated, rough around the edges, but delivered by Tim with such a straight face that it sounded like completely wrong spiritual advice.
Have yourself a few snorts, and when the boss says, how you doing? You tell him, it's none of your damn business. My dear friends, I met a man many years ago. His name was Ed McMahon. He said, Raleigh, I'm a happy man. I said, Ed, do you drink? He said, no, I can honestly say that lips have never tasted liquor. I saw my chance to help this man. I dipped into the cookie jar and took out a rum ball. I gave it to him. I could tell by the way he rolled it around his tongue that he liked it. My dear friends, 5 weeks later, that man had left his family, his job, and was on Skid Row. I used to get a card from him every time he sold a pint of blood.
Tim pulled Ed McMahon into the story as the innocent victim of one little rum ball. In Conway's world, a single piece of candy could send a man's whole life sliding downhill.
Has been. And we started this week with the hour show.
Mine was cut from an hour to a half, yeah. They're talking now, maybe next year if we go on, to going to 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
And third year, we're talking about being a news break, just a minute. Lay it out there for a minute, do one joke and off, you know. Yeah.
When Carson mentioned that Tim's show had been cut from an hour to half an hour, Conway did not defend it. He pushed the joke even further. Next year, it might be 15 minutes, and after that, just a news break.
Yeah. Actually, I could talk about the show. We wouldn't even have to watch it. We could go out.
Why,
Yeah, it's some funny. No. There's no, because it'll probably be off by then anyway. So.
You don't have any confidence.
No,
Why
that's true.
You've
yeah.
got to have confidence.
You know,
in this
I was
business.
on a show that's in the Guinness Book of Records. It's the shortest show ever on television.
What's that?
Turn On was on. It was on 13 minutes. They actually took it off in Cleveland. It was the first
I
time.
remember
yeah.
that. It was on like a Friday turn on.
It was George Slaughter's show. It was way early. It was like an early laugh-in, but too early. You know,
Really
it's like
wild.
if you put on Saturday Night Live 10 years ago, they'd have killed you. But it came on really early. The premiere party was out here in California, and it was on in New York, and it was canceled in New York and Cleveland. As it was coming across the country, they were
Canceled it.
chopping it
Each
right.
time zone canceled it.
By the time they got out here, it had been canceled, so the premiere party was kind of the cancellation party, too, which is...
Tim told the story of a show canceled so quickly that the premiere party became a cancellation party before anyone could celebrate. It was a Hollywood nightmare wrapped inside a very quiet joke.
Your favorite outfit. Your
Yeah.
favorite outfit is most likely mauve or lavender, pale blue, beige, brown, or black, bright red.
Do you know something? I never wear lavender. And look at this thing. I put this on in the dark back there. I took it, and this is all lavender. This is
That's
kind
not
of
lavender.
Huh? Isn't it? What is it? Well, it's kind of mauve. Yeah.
Well, a mauve. I don't know what mauve is. They have no answers to this thing.
I have a jacket that I wear that's my favorite. That's made out of squirrel.
Squirrel?
I know. It's not dead squirrels. It's live squirrels.
Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah. And
That's an attention getter, I suppose, isn't
it's
it?
warm, but it's really uncomfortable because they keep moving on you.
Let's see here. What else can we sort?
Carson only asked about the color of Tim's outfit, and Conway somehow turned it into a coat made of live squirrels. He did not need to perform loudly. One strange image was enough to show how far his comic mind lived from normal reality.
I could go down and breed new guest hosts.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. See Danny Thomas and all those guys standing out in the field smoking and waiting. You know. Good stuff.
Red scalp, do-do-do-do-do. Hey, want to be a clown? Do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
We're coming right back here.
I'll wait here.
Okay, come on.
4. Horses, wires, and pure Conway disaster.
Yeah,
Too many people take too many things seriously, and I don't imagine they'll take that seriously in Las Vegas. No, they should.
I guess
they
in
should
humor
like-
you see what you want to see.
Oh,
but
of course,
come
yeah.
on.
You got to get a guy to start your car tonight, but I want to tell you.
You put me away the other night. I was watching the reruns of your show. Gee, that stuff holds up. You were doing the thing with Carol, Mr. Tudball.
The moment he sat down, Tim Conway turned a simple comment about stage lighting into a little jab at Las Vegas. No big setup needed, just one offbeat line, and Carson was already in Conway's world.
I didn't see the police car in back of me because of the low roof of the car, and I couldn't see the red light that was following me for some time, evidently. And he got real annoyed by the time he actually did pull me over. And he said, could I see your license? And I didn't have my license with me at the time, or my pants. But
One of those old
one of
nights.
those evenings, you know, you just forget everything. Here you are. You know, and I didn't want to go out and walk around like that, of course. So I just started talking to him like that, and I said that sorry that I did not see your light there, but according to the back window here.
Carson asked where the Mr. Tudball voice came from, and Tim turned it into a story about being stopped by the police. No license, no pants, and Conway started talking in that strange voice for half an hour.
Not quite. No. That that was over in about an hour. Yeah. Well, as I told you, you know, that a lot of people did suspect that I did marry this time for money, but that is, of course, as well, no, not true. And she will be 90 next month, which is very nice. Really is. And, of course, at that age, she's very heavily insured, as you know.
Naturally.
Yeah. So we're doing very well.
A little
really.
cold can really set it all.
Yeah. Well, she's out hang gliding tonight, so she couldn't make the show here, of course.
Where did you go on your honeymoon?
Tim said people suspected he had married for money, then calmly added that his wife was turning 90 and heavily insured. It was cold, old school, and pure Conway. The more absurd it became, the more serious he looked.
People would get annoyed if you went around collecting them, I imagine, without buying them.
You invest in horses, is
I
that
invest
the
in
correct
horses,
term?
yes, and very inexpensive. Doc has a lot, too. They're so inexpensive, I'm surprised everybody doesn't have one.
No, he's in quarter horses.
He is? Quarter horses, right. Yeah, well, I have a whole horse. He just has a quarter. What quarter do you have? No, yes, the whole thing, I would imagine.
You race your horses? Yes, and I can beat them.
When they're,
That's the old
yes,
show,
right.
yeah.
When they are running, I race them. They have a lot of ailments that do slow them down periodically. So, as a matter of fact...
When Carson mentioned that Doc owned quarter horses, Conway immediately said he owned a whole horse. It was such a silly little play on words that Carson had no choice but to follow him into it.
No, what we...
But this costs a lot of money, doesn't it?
Yes,
this is
it
an
does.
expensive hobby.
It costs an awful lot of money, but they win. When they win a lot of money.
Now, what is the biggest purse your horse is?
$11 so far. Yeah. The biggest purse, I think, was probably around $11,000, which isn't bad. I mean, if you win that with some regularity, that's good, but we've only won the one purse. And with 6 horses at about $3,000 a month, you can see that this would be deficit financing here very fast. Yeah. But now we also have a stallion that is going to stud. So
Well, that sounds fascinating.
now whatever he produces, boy, they'll be...
Tim said horses could make a lot of money when they won, then admitted his biggest purse so far was about $11. Behind that calm delivery was the most elegant kind of Hollywood failure.
Not really, no. Now that you mentioned that, it really wouldn't, you wouldn't want to stare at it.
No.
No.
And they can't see unless they...
Unless they lift their head. Yeah, that's what also makes it good and dangerous out there. But the first time I was on a horse, the starting gate opened. I had never been in a starting gate before, and the horse went out, and I was just sitting there in midair. Yeah, thinking I should be on that horse. It's gone, just like that.
The first time he was in a starting gate, the horse took off while Conway stayed right where he was, thinking he probably should have been on that horse. It is a perfect little picture of Tim's comedy, always half a beat slower than disaster.
They forget to put pads down and go, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were going to jump through that window. What they like to do, though, is, a lot of stunts you're hanging from a wire if you have to do a flip or you have to go through a wall or something.
They fly
they tie you up with the wires, and then they go to lunch, which is a lot of fun, yeah. Especially when the studios go up just like that in a fire. You're standing there going...
You work with animals at Disney a lot.
Yeah. Well, at Disney, you go for your wardrobe and meet your animal because you're usually working with animals. Worked with...
Conway described stunt scenes where he would be hanging from wires, and then the crew would go off to lunch. In his world, the danger was not the fall. It was everyone forgetting you were still floating in midair.
And the lion was in the back seat, and it was about 110 in there with the lights. And they had the lion dressed with a raincoat, a scarf, and a pork pie hat. And he was not happy. I can't understand why. And they put the seat belt around him to hold him there, and he took the seat belt and just went like this, and yanked it out. So they said, while we were filming, they said, you and John look very nervous. I said, really? I'm sitting here with 300 pounds of Bengal tiger in the back, and then the trainer said, he seems a little upset today. I said, really? I said, well, it's probably because in National Geographic you don't see too many of them with a raincoat, a scarf, and that.
Tim sat in a car with a lion wearing a raincoat, a scarf, and a hat. The crew said he looked nervous. Conway only had to point out that in National Geographic, lions do not usually dress like that.
That's very important. Give it this. And then I just...
Well, I want to thank you for joining us, Lyle Dorf. It's been a great pleasure. Lyle Dorf, really thank you. And we'll be back in a moment.
5. Dorf, the tiny man who took over The Tonight Show.
Talk to him and see the kind of problems that a short basketball player has to contend with. So here from the Los Angeles Lakers is our outstanding forward, Dunk Dorf. How you doing? Welcome to the show, Dunk.
Thank you very much. Good to see you there, boy.
I think the question that must be on everybody's mind, and certainly on mine, how did you ever select basketball as a profession?
Well, Johnny, I actually didn't start as a basketball player.
Carson introduced a Lakers player even shorter than Spud Webb, and Tim Conway walked out as Dunk Dorf. That entrance alone told the whole studio this was not a sports interview. It was a comedy accident waiting to happen.
The Actually, I was a cheerleader for the Lakers.
I didn't know that.
That's right. I'm probably most famous for starting that cheer, swing him to the left, swing him to the right, sit down, stand up, fight, fight, fight. You probably remember that one.
I don't remember seeing that at all.
Don't remember at the game? You said, well, it used to go like this. You swing him to the left, swing him to the right, sit down, stand up, fight, fight, fight. Swing him to the left, swing him to the right.
Lakers, right?
Lakers. Yeah, I also started the Lakers spell out the letter thing. That was the old...
Dorf revealed that he did not start as a player, but as a Lakers cheerleader. Then he turned a simple cheer into a tangled mess of letters, the way only Conway could. The more serious he acted, the more ridiculous it became.
Now, Doug, yeah, I remember that. Now, Doug, I noticed or read where you scored about 20 points a game.
That's right.
That's amazing. How can you possibly score 20 points a game?
Basically, most of my points are scored from the foul line. John, what I do is I wait until the other team gets the ball.
Right.
Then I just run down to the other end. Then I set up my position like this.
Right.
And then they just run into me, bang, like this. And then I pretty much...
Well, that's intriguing.
Right.
But do you ever actually get to handle the ball during the game?
I do. Once in a while, they'll get it to me. I'm pretty doggone good ball handler, you know. I'm short, but...
Carson asked how someone that small could score 20 points a game. Conway's answer was perfect. Just stand at the other end of the court and wait for the other team to run into him.
You actually see a different game than the other players.
Johnny, at my height, I not only see a different game, I smell a different game.
Well, I don't understand what you mean.
Well, I'm dealing mostly in shoes and socks.
Oh, yeah,
I
I see.
see what I mean. See, so, beginning of the season, it's not too bad. But as that season goes on, we're talking a waffle, you know. By the time I get to the finals, I can take the enamel right off
your breath.
Like that, right, sir.
Now, here's something I really don't understand at all. I understand, Dunk, that you can actually slam.
Dorf said that at his height, he did not just see a different basketball game, he smelled it. It was a rough little joke, but it landed because in Conway's world, the NBA started with shoes and socks.
Humanly be fine.
Well, I have a little assistance that I have to... If you just hold on to that, sure. I got... This is a little special piece of equipment that they allow me to use in the NBA, you see.
I didn't know
What
that.
I do is carry this little box out with me to the thing, and I just try to get up on the tit like that. It's kind of balanced like that. And then so I can maneuver it pretty good around the course like that. And I can guard as they come down the old field like that. They let you do it. Now let me do that. Right. Like that. So then once I get down here, I set myself up. And if you just pass me that ball, and then I just give her like that.
When Carson asked if Dorf could really dunk, he brought out a whole little support system. The dunk was not grand, but it was perfect because Conway turned the impossible into a very serious ritual.
Did it with me one time when it was a takeoff on Fantasy Island, and I was boss the plane. And from that, then this golf thing that we did, I went out and buried myself all over a golf course, which was a lot of fun. Actually, the tractors were running over me and everything. It was a wonderful time.
Oh, you actually had to go out and dig little...
Yeah, dig little holes. Now, the golf course did not know that, you see. We just said we're coming out to shoot a little thing, and then we dug holes in the golf. They're still out there on the green going, boy, I don't know.
It's a funny character.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
funny.
you. Thank you. Well, thank you for allowing me to do it. You're a wonderful person, and don't let anybody tell you differently.
As you mentioned, last time we saw each other, it was at Harvey Korman's.
Tim explained that the Dorf character began as one small joke, then grew into a whole world. He even went out to a golf course and buried himself in the ground, leaving holes that made everyone wonder what had happened.
No, he invited...
A lot of relatives.
I guess a friend a year or something like that. So there were, a lot of relatives, as I recall. 60 people there, and it was a marvelous party. Spent a lot of money on it. I was really surprised to know that Sears made wine, but I feel...
Anytime you get one that has a twist top on it.
Yeah, you know that, and the date on it was Tuesday, which I thought was, at least it was fresh. You know, that's important.
Are you saying here publicly that Harvey is penurious?
Not only that, but he's cheap.
Cheap. Parsimonious, too.
Yeah, we did a commercial in New York, so we went in together, and that was a time that the air
Conway mentioned Harvey Korman's birthday party with a joke that was gentle but sharp. A beautiful party, plenty of money spent. But the wine seemed like it came from Sears, with a twist-off cap and a date that said Tuesday.
It was amazing. They gave you, when you went there, you got a boarding pass and a folding chair, which is, you just, wherever you want to sit on the plane. There was no entertainment on the plane. There was a high school play, though there was very nice. And we taxied from Los Angeles to Dallas.
To Dallas.
Econoline. I think when you see a pilot in the cockpit going, get out, you've got problems up front, there's no question. And I noticed a lot of things on the plane. You know, when they give you the instructions on the plane that if the
Harvey wanted to fly cheap, and in Conway's mind, that flight became a nightmare. A $3 ticket, a folding chair, no entertainment except a high school play, and a plane that taxied from Los Angeles all the way to Dallas.
There's not a priest alive that has that kind of time.
I know, I was just going to say.
You're talking about major telecom. You know, priest brings his lunch into the confessional.
That's right.
It's going to be a long day here. We'll take a break. We're coming right back. Harry Anderson's here, Diane's here, and they have relatives.
6. Carol Burnett and the Hollywood party car disaster.
Emotions are running high here tonight.
Emotions are rampant here tonight
Aren't they,
on the
though?
set of The Tonight
Golly
Show.
sakes, yes.
Yeah, you haven't seen each other, I suppose, since the show went off.
No, gee, I was sorry to see it go off. Yeah,
The moment Tim Conway walked out, he turned a summer shooting schedule into the laziest dream in Hollywood. Work 4 weeks, then take 48 weeks off to do whatever you want.
It's an easy show to work this new one now. You work 4 weeks and you're off 48, which gives me a lot of time to do whatever I want.
What is it you want to do?
Well, relax for 48 weeks, I think is good. Yeah, sure, yeah. You know, you guys are talking about Hollywood. How come I wasn't invited to the Hollywood party last night? I've never actually been to a Hollywood party. I've been to a couple at your house.
Well, they're not Hollywood parties. They're kiddie birthday parties.
I went to one, Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet's anniversary. Were you at that? Or,
No, I
that was a
wasn't
big one.
invited.
I wasn't invited.
Yeah.
to it either.
Carol had just been talking about parties filled with Hollywood legends, and Tim brought it straight back to his own life. He almost never got invited to real Hollywood parties.
Gee, that's the only one I've been. I had my
Just
car
you
stolen.
and Steve and Edie, or were there other...
No, there were other people. The whole room full of people. I pulled up, and a guy in a red jacket said, "Can I take your car?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Do I need a ticket?" And he said, "No, I don't think so." And that's the last I saw of him or my car.
What?
Stole my car.
You gave it to some guy wearing a red jacket?
Yeah. Well, if a guy comes up and you're parking for a party,
Yeah.
and they have a valet and everything, a guy comes up in a red coat and says, "Can I have your car?" Wouldn't you give it to him?
Tim told the story of the rare time he went to a party, and a man in a red jacket asked for his car. Tim handed it over as if he were a real valet. One polite decision turned into a very Conway disaster.
I guess so.
I did.
And the car disappeared, and the guy
Disappeared, and they found it 28 days later. Yeah. I don't know where the guy is. I guess he's probably still doing that.
You learned by experience, I
That's
suppose.
true.
Isn't
I
that true?
found that, by gosh.
And, but you have made made a movie. And you wrote one, and you...
Yeah, down in Tijuana called Peggy and Her Pony, which...
The man in the red jacket disappeared, the car disappeared, and 28 days later, it was finally found. Tim told it as if losing your car was just the price of admission to a Hollywood party.
was no, oh, the one for Disney. Disney.
Not the training film.
No, not the training.
Not the training film, no, I said.
For,
Not
yeah.
how to take care of your N1 we've seen. No. Don't let this happen to you. We've
No,
seen
yeah,
all those.
yeah,
That's
we-
right. I'm talking picture. I'm not talking
It's the pony. Well, you
of course that.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Well, one is doing very well now.
Which
Boy,
one is
just
that?
soaring right through the basement. The Apple Dumpling Gang rides again with Don Knotts tonight.
Carson brought up a Disney movie, but Tim suddenly swerved into a title that sounded like something filmed in Tijuana. The humor came from the way he sent the whole conversation off the tracks without ever changing his face.
Is that out
Disney,
already? Is that out now?
sure. Boy, you probably have. Well, you wouldn't want to rush down and see that, probably.
Why not?
Yeah, you guess you would.
I'm a big fan of yours.
Yeah. And then another one coming out. Another one with Don Knotts and I. Don Knotts and I are practically
Knotts and me.
going together.
Don Knotts and me.
No, you guys aren't in it. Just Don
No, no,
Knotts and I.
Don Knotts. Carol was correcting your grammar with Don
She
Knotts.
should.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so Don Knotts and I are in this thing with.
No, Don Knotts and me.
Don Knotts.
The three of us are in it.
If it's a subject, you use Don Knotts and I. If it's you say with, it's Don Knotts and me.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really not a them.
What to do is you leave out Don Knotts and you say, with me.
He's going to get steamed about this.
Tim only wanted to talk about his new movie with Don Knotts, but Carol started correcting his grammar. With these three, even the difference between I and me became a live comedy scene.
I don't think we can cut him out of it. Yeah. Don Knotts and me are in this picture. That doesn't sound right.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. And it's called The Prize Fighter. It comes out either in October, November, or something like that. Yeah,
Which
it
one of
is
you plays
a,
the prize fighter?
I play the world champion. I become the world champion, and Don is my trainer. It's a serious drama. And we did little pieces of Rocky, little main event, little champ, all that. But actually, it is just a prize-fighting story, you know.
Someone told me. I don't recall who it was, but not
Probably
important.
me.
No.
Don and you.
No, Don and him.
Tim said he played the world heavyweight champion with Don Knotts as his trainer, and then called it a serious drama. The more serious he sounded, the more ridiculous the story became.
That you did box when you were in school?
Yes, I did. Yes, I was a champion one year, and then the next year I had a picture of me in the front page of the paper coming out of the ring into the third row, which ended. Yeah, I didn't. The first year was kind of easy. Then the second year, yeah, that's not a very. I don't think if you saw an ad in the paper that said, you know, come on down to the Olympic Auditorium on Friday, we're just going to wail the hell out of you. You'd actually answer that ad, but guys go down there and do it, you know.
And be hit in the face by strangers.
Yeah,
You wouldn't go pick up on that real quick.
No. So
and be hit repeatedly.
Tim had been a boxing champion one year. The next year, he made the front page again, not for winning, but for being knocked out of the ring and into the third row. A punchline in every sense of the
or a
word.
piece of film, too.
Piece of film can also be
Clip.
used. A clip can also be used. A short
Segment.
segment is good.
Of Don and me.
That we have for us. We have for us. About the prize fighter. Does this need any...
Well, as you know, in Rocky, Rocky trained by drinking raw eggs, and so that we picked that up as part of our training in our picture. We felt that we should be also training with raw eggs, so we kind of figured a way to do that.
Okay, why don't we show them that?
Why don't we go look at it?
7. The tie that made Carson step in.
Tim has written an invaluable guide that provides... Well, all of us have one time or another arrived home late.
Yes.
Sometimes maybe 2 hours, sometimes maybe...
3 days.
Well,
Yeah.
Tim covers it up to a year. Yeah. He covers it if you're gone, if you're an hour late, if you're 20 minutes late, up to 6 months. And various excuses that you tell your Frau, your wife, and it's called, You Slept Where Last Night? Would you welcome, please, Tim Conway.
Carson introduced Tim Conway's book as a survival guide for husbands who come home late. From being an hour late to disappearing for a whole year, Tim had an excuse ready for everything.
You're kidding. Well, Tim apparently is temporarily not late, detained.
He's here.
He's here. Can we get a camera loose backstage? What?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, Bobby. I'll show you where he is. If Kevin is not kidding me, come with me and we'll go check. I'll be just back in a second. Are you sure?
Tim was introduced, the music played, the audience applauded, but he never came out. Only Conway could turn not appearing into one of the funniest entrances of the night.
No, we'll be. Stay here. Okay. You sure?
Yes.
All right. Well, only Conway would do this. This is our lovely studio here. This is where they take the audience on the NBC tour, which they charge what now? $5.50. This is known as a hall. These are walls here. Chuck Woolery at this moment is naked in his dressing room. We can't go in there.
There's our wardrobe department in here. This goes upstairs and down here. This is where he's...
Down to the right.
I don't believe this. Oh, me.
Carson had to leave the stage himself and take the camera backstage to find his guest. Suddenly, The Tonight Show became a behind-the-scenes tour, all because Tim Conway was stuck somewhere.
What, Oh, come on. Tim. What is the problem? How did you get the tie caught in there?
It seemed to have rolled up into there. Don't worry about it.
I introduced you.
I introduced you about half an hour ago. Well, I'm not there, am I?
No.
Well, as soon as I get this out, I'll be there. All right, does that bother you?
How did it get in there?
I don't know. I just happened to this thing, caught it here, and it rolled up into there. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Tim finally appeared with his tie caught in a machine in the restroom. It was a completely ridiculous image, but he played it as seriously as if it were a national crisis.
We can't do the interview from the men's room here. Could you possibly...
Why can't you?
Can I cut it?
Is that big a show? Huh?
Yeah. Can I cut it off?
Cut it. The kids gave me this tie. You gonna cut a kid's tie like this?
No, I would not do that.
Got about $4 tied up in this.
What did you do
You know,
this?
just because you're big bucks, you know, I like to hang on to family
More
things
towels
like
are
this.
coming out here.
I understand that. Okay, I'll be with you in a minute. Is there anything wrong with doing the show in here?
No, we've died before, both of us.
I understand.
In places
Yeah.
like that. You'll just be great for Marilyn Horn, who's going to sing later because your voice
right.
sounds
She's got a
good.
Bring her in here. I'll be with you in a minute. This is not going to work. Huh? Oh, okay.
Carson wanted to cut the tie to get him free, but Tim objected because his children had given it to him. Only Conway could turn a $3 tie into a family tragedy.
What a group, huh? You're a silly person.
Yeah, sorry about being late. I really am. I hope I didn't hold you up.
You know, I didn't know. Did you know they were going to do sound effects?
No, I didn't. And some pretty authentic ones.
Yes, they certainly were.
Yeah.
Here, let me
Gee,
help you. Let me help you.
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of fortunate I didn't get it in the toilet. It would have been, Oh, I'm sorry to see that. That's, great. Okay.
Was that really one of your favorite ties?
Yeah, this is kids gave me this, but don't worry about it.
No, we'll get you
Oh,
out.
fine.
We'll
fine,
get you a
don't
new
worry about
tie.
it. Sure,
Brand
yeah.
new tie.
At last, Tim walked onto the stage with the tie nearly destroyed. He apologized for being late, then calmly turned his own ragged appearance into the punchline.
Estimated cost, none. Just the plants. Buying them is not necessary.
Right.
Now you start to get into little heavier offenses.
Yeah, the latest I ever was a month. Yeah, and of course that was a McDonald's franchise that you had to buy for that one. Steeper.
Shall I give him can I just give him a 4-hour excuse?
Certainly. Yeah.
Hi, honey. Always start off with hi, honey.
Of course.
I'm sorry I'm 4 hours late. I just stopped off to get my car washed, and darned if Sally didn't talk me into getting a special super wax job. By the way, I bought you that new watch you wanted. Gift suggestion, new watch. $100, $20 for the Timex, and $80 for Boom Boom Sally, the hot waxer at the washer drawer. And it goes on and on.
Tim read a sample excuse for coming home 4 hours late. He stopped to get the car washed, got talked into a special wax job, and bought his wife a watch. The more he explained, the guiltier he sounded.
So I figure if I could get her to sit down, maybe we could at least talk. So I said, do you want to sit down? And she said, I'm not sitting down for anybody. And I said, no, I mean, do you want to sit down? If you do, you're more than welcome. So she says, no. Now she starts to take off her clothes again. So I think, you know, what could this be? And she actually said to me, you want to get it on? Now, what I'm trying to do is think, how do you explain to your wife when you get home what I had to do to save 281 people?
In his wild airplane story, Tim found himself pulled into an unbelievable situation, then wondered how he would explain it to his wife when he got home, that everything he did was just to save 281 people.
And, yeah.
And you could have been a hero.
Yeah, I could have been. I really could have been. That's the thing that bugged me.
That's
I
a
tried to
great
stop the guy,
moral-
too. I said, wait, you know, I mean, hold it.
Yes. This woman doesn't need to be told.
Yes, that's right. I can handle it. Yeah.
Take a break. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Tim Conway made Carson laugh not because he tried too hard, but because he knew how to turn the smallest moment into perfect chaos. These clips remind us of a time when television felt natural, warm, and completely unpredictable. If you still remember the laughter of The Tonight Show, please like, subscribe, and comment below with the Tim Conway moment that made you laugh the hardest.